some more stuff. So it just wasn't. It wasn't all of Michelangelo who did this work. There was other people involved, because this is just, you get there and it's just amazing at how many works there are. Yeah, so yeah, I couldn't actually film in the chapel, I don't think. But I'll just read about it. Oh, anyway. So if you've ever been there, this is very rambling, and that I'm just trying to make this as peaceful as possible, and hopefully it's working. The ceiling is that of the Sistine Chapel, the large papal chapel built within the Vatican between 1477 and 1480. Blah blah blah, for whom the chapel is named. It was painted at the commission of Pope Julius II. The chapel is the location for papal conclaves and many important services. The ceiling's various painted elements form part of a larger scheme of decoration within the chapel, which includes the large fresco, The Last Judgment, on the sanctuary wall, also by Michelangelo, wall paintings by several leading painters of the late 15th century, including Sandro Botticelli, Domenico Ghirlandaio, and Pietro Perugino, and a set of large tapestries by Raphael, the whole illustrating much of the doctrine of the Catholic Church. Central to the ceiling decoration are 9 scenes from the book of Genesis, of which the creation of Adam is the best known, having an iconic standing equalled only by Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa. The hands of God and Adam being reproduced in countless imitations. The complex design includes several sets of individual figures, both clothed and nude, which allowed Michelangelo to fully demonstrate his skill in creating a huge variety of poses for the human figure, and which have provided an enormously influential pattern book of models for other artists ever since. So it has to do a lot with the book of Genesis, and there's quite a lot of dark images in here, even, referring to hell. I hope you enjoy the sound of my rubbing of my beard. It's got nothing to do with this video, but there it is anyway. So this work was incredibly difficult for Michelangelo to do. He even wrote a poem describing the conditions under which he worked, which was he had to lie down on a scaffolding, and I think that's how he did it. The creation of Adam. Just looking at it, it's so insane. How every little box is so detailed, and you have to admire that it just goes on and on for so long. And it's got this lighting that projects. It has this golden feeling to it. This is probably the most amazing collection of art that I have ever seen. It's really hard to take in everything. It's like a collection of every piece of story from the Bible and chucking it onto the walls and the ceiling, of course. So I'll read a poem that Michelangelo wrote about the conditions. I've grown a goiter by dwelling in this den, as cats from stagnant streams, in Lombardy, or in what other land they hap to be, which drives the belly close beneath the chin. My beard turns up to heaven, my nape falls in. Fixed on my spine, my breastbone visibly grows like a harp, a rich embroidery bedews my face from brush drops thick and thin. My loins into my paunch like levers grind, my buttock like a crupper bears my weight. My feet unguided wander to and fro. In front my skin grows loose and long, behind by bending it becomes more taut and straight. Crosswise I strain me like a Syrian bow. Whence false and quaint I know must be the fruit of squinting brain and eye. For ill can aim the gun that bends awry. Come then, Giovanni, try to succour my dead pictures and my fame, since foul I fare, and painting is my shame. Pretty depressive sounds. So he must have been going through a lot, as you would, over all that time. And, of course, it's not in its original condition as it was. It's been, there was a long period of time I heard that the roof was so filthy that you could barely see any of it. So it had to be restored and constantly touched up. And they left a little patch of uncleaned part just to show how filthy the roof had gotten, which was interesting to see. So yeah, we've come out of the chapel. I'm sorry guys that we couldn't film in there. It's very unfortunate because it is pretty amazing to see. you walk out of the chapel and you come to this courtyard kind of thing, and then you just turn a few corners and you're right out onto the steps of where they do the whole changing of the Pope and everything, and where they hold all their what they call them, vigils. You know, it's weird when you think about it. You see these images in history books and so many different things, like on the news, and I would never have thought that I'd be going to this place. You never know. You never think that one day you'll be here. It's just the craziness of travel, you know. You don't intend on going to certain places, but it's just like a happy kind of accident. I was told off for filming at this part. I don't know why. But it looks like they were setting up for some kind of presentation, vigil thing. This was taken in late August of 2016. And I can remember it very clearly. That's why it's so good to film a lot of your holidays, because